Hi everybody, welcome back to another weekly market review for F45 Trading. This week we're discussing Monday, February 15th to Friday, February 19th. So just very quickly looking at the economic calendar on the week, a couple of high impact news events, disregard all of the low impact news events. We do have a bank holiday obviously for the US dollar. On Monday the 15th, so probably going to be a little bit slower price action for Monday. I wouldn't necessarily look to anything too crazy to happen. We start to get to some medium impact news events with the RBA Assistant Governor Kent speaking on Tuesday evening, but then we get into sort of more of the meat and potatoes come Wednesday. We've got core retail sales for the US dollar, FOMC meeting minutes, and then more Aussie news late in the day. Thursday, again, we've got some manufacturing info and unemployment claims, and then we do obviously have crude oil inventories, so we should see crude oil moving a little bit. I'll talk about crude today as well, just real briefly, and then Friday we've got a lot of European and pound sterling news that you definitely want to be aware of. So go ahead and check this out for yourself. Should be pretty quiet Monday, Tuesday, with things starting to heat up on Wednesday. So we'll jump into the charts here. US dollar, we had a nice run up, and I said, actually, I didn't say because, unfortunately, I didn't get a, a recording out to everybody last Sunday. I do apologize for that. I was late doing it, and then I was going to do it Monday, and then one thing led to another, and I had a crazy day on Monday, so I do apologize. I didn't get one out last week, but my members would have known, obviously, that I was looking for price to expand lower with the possibility of it shooting back up into this range right here. I was looking for price to come up on the dollar, and it still might, but I was looking for it to come up to about the 90 levels, right about this sort of little gap in price right there. That's where I was looking to do after it fell off of this area right in here that we've had marked in our charts forever, and we got a reversal on exactly what I was looking for price to do. So that area has been checked off, mission accomplished there. Looking for lower prices on the dollar going forward. $1 million question, do we sweep below these lows here and these lows underneath here, which I'm going to run this guy under as well and give us a line down here so we can work with there. Do we get a sweep underneath there before and then a rejection and a possible run back up higher? Definitely something that you got to keep in mind. We definitely have an area above this price action here from Friday that it did not close in. So one of two things happening. It doesn't have to close that in whatsoever. You know, if you look back all the way back up in here, for instance, we had something very, very similar where price ran down and ran down and ran down, and then 2 months later, price shot back up and hit that. We could certainly get that, or it could happen this week. Price could slam down here, run these lows here, reject off of this consolidation level down in here, and then shoot back up into the 90s. So we can worry about that later, but I think right now, as long as price is staying above Friday's high, then we should see price roll over, okay? So we'll look for 89.95, well, more than likely 89.90s would probably, or 90 even on dollar would be a target for, potential target for this week. So we'll see if we can get that. But again, watch this area under here. I don't want to see a brief rejection, or excuse me, a quick wick down and then a rejection and then a run for there. You know, it would be better if it just kind of left this area open and continued to fall off. So keep your eye on that. Now, looking at the euro, same type of idea. We had a nice little distribution back down in here on Friday, again, off of this candle high. This area in here looks like it's less likely to come back down and retest these levels, as opposed to the US dollar, where it to me, looks like it could run back up into here. Euro definitely looks a little less likely. I think the probability of it running higher are much, much greater, and therefore taking out all of those highs right there. So this was run out, so we can change that to a check mark. Oops, excuse me, that should be a check mark, not a price tag. Get rid of that. And we want this right here. So that area was completed, that price range there. And the next one that we're looking at, as I say, is this guy right up into here. You know, ultimately, I'm not going to get too crazy on the amount of pips that we're going to worry about this week, but if we could get a sweep above this high here and price coming up into this range in here, I think that would kind of complete the area that I'm looking at. You know, 100 to 120 potential pips for the week would be, I think, in my mind, a pretty good range for, you know, the first 2 days of the week being relatively slow. I think the Friday news could definitely jam price up in there, and we'll see what happens after that news, those news drivers. But watch for that on EurUsd. GBP, I'm going to go to a monthly chart here because this thing has just been screaming higher. We had obviously last month in January come back down and retested these old highs back in here. So we had a nice breakout retest. And then we had a very, very brief retracement in February with a very quick rejection into these higher price levels up in here. So going forward for the month, I'm looking at the 140, 20 level, 140.10 level, and up to the, these aren't dropping in the spot that I'd like them to. Sorry about that. That's where I'm looking. So I'm looking for this area in price here with 141s to 140s level getting tagged. We are 138, almost 139 now, so it would be about 200 pips to the positive on GbpUsd, which is easy for GBP. But watch this though, okay? So, I mean, I think we're probably going to get at least a straight shot up for here. From there, though, do we go up and try to clear this range here, or do we come back down and potentially retest off of the 137.50s level from the high from January? So that's kind of the million-dollar question now. So far, so good. We're seeing a nice breakout to the upside. You can see that there. Do not want to see price come back down through these levels in here. We could do it later on, but I'd like to see them run up to this level here first before we try to attack the sell side pricing underneath this level here. So I would like to see if we can expand and hit this level here. Again, about 200 pips from current location. GbpUsd can do that easily in a day or two without really stretching its legs too much. So I think that should be pretty a pretty attainable goal for the week. Going down to an hourly, I just want to have you look at this real quick here. So again, we had the open on the weekly candle here. So we are Sunday again, Sunday evening, as always at the time of these recordings. I'd like to see price cool off a little bit from here, dive back down if we can, and potentially retest off of these levels, these highs and these highs right in there. That would be a nice little level to see price return back down to, and then a potential, like I say, run higher, and hopefully we can get up into these bigger ranges. Okay, so that's it for cable. Not a lot on Aussie to talk about. We had a bit of a weak retracement a couple of weeks ago, and then price really expanded the upside last week, which is nice to see. I personally thought that we were going to see lower prices on Aussie, but it just kind of goes to a testament as to the strength that we're seeing behind it. So lots of strength to the Aussie currently, and I think, this level up in here is going to be real easy for Aussie to stretch up into. It may even do it tomorrow, going into Monday. We're about 40-50 pips away from current location now. And we should expect to see a nice little 10, 20, 30 pip run above these highs in here without too much concern. Now going out to a weekly chart. Oh, hang on guys, my chart is not responding here for 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that. So long term on Aussie, and I've been talking about this for quite a while now, is the 81 to 81.50 level, I think. You can see up in here, it's just shy of 81.50, but that'd be a nice level. About 300 pips away from current location, 350 pips away. I think Aussie can get up there. Is it going to be a straight shot? Absolutely not, but I believe, possibly even the end of this month or into March, we should probably see price creeping up towards that location. So keep your eye. If you're a long-term swing trader on Aussie, keep your eye on that location there. Going forward, okay, and again, very similar to what I mentioned with GbpUsd. Don't really want to see price moving much below these levels in here. I'd like to see them stay above. So if we could get a little bit of a retracement with some of the news on Aussie that you see this week, and then maybe something like that, that could be something to watch out for. Okay. UsCad, we had a nice retracement back up into the consolidation in here, and then a sell-off from last week, and my members would have got all of this as well too. I said price was going to start dropping early in the week last week, and that's exactly what we did. Had a couple of days nice selling opportunity for USCAD. So this area for me was completed. So we checked that off there. And going forward, we're probably going to attack the areas below this old low down here as US dollar continues to break down. So you can watch for that. We had a little bit of gap to start the week here that it looks like it had attempted to fill, but don't be surprised if we come back in maybe later this week and try to run that back out again and just kind of closing up some of that inefficiency there. But I think lower prices are inbound for USCAD. Okay, so I just wanted to really quickly run through that for Forex this week. Moving on to crude oil. We're still looking at higher prices, and there's a lot of forecasts out there right now that are very, very bullish oil. There's a lot apparently of talk going around that some of these stockpiles are really starting to dwindle very quickly, which, you know, I don't really see it, but hey, I'm not the economist, I'm not the supply counter, so who am I to say? We just got to ride with the roller coaster here that we're seeing. I'm not looking personally to buy anything right up in here. If we couldn't get a move in here or here, if you didn't get a move in here or into here, then I would definitely be waiting. I think we're going to see it run up to here, but I'd hate to be getting in at the 60 level and then price drop all the way back down to mid 50s in order to just see this thing swing higher again. That'd be a lot of drawdown. So if you can hold off, wait for this and then wait for that. That's what I'd be looking for. You know, honestly, it's just been kind of a wild ride on crude, and it's nice to see that this market is finally stretching its wings. Very, very bullish. Commodities this year, they are hot topics. So if you guys want to follow along and get a little more information on commodities and some of the potential, message me and let me know, because it's going to be big, 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 and I'll be talking a lot of that with all of my direct private members as well too. There's lots of opportunities in these markets, so watch for that. But I think we're going to see higher prices on crude oil to come. I'd like to see it cool off a little bit and stretch back down, like I say, and collect some of the areas down here and you know, pick up some of the sell side prices here and some of the stops below market value before it does run higher. We'll see if that happens. This thing's been on fire for the past you know, 2-3 months, so we'll see if they want to do that or not, if it just continues straight up to the 66, 67 level. And then finally, we did about 2 weeks ago pick up a small position on gold right down in here. Just about got the exact low. Lots of my members got this as well too, so congratulations if you did. We're holding this. This is obviously on a demo. This isn't live funds or anything like that, so don't have to worry about that. But ultimate target is yeah, pretty close to 2,000, I think. Hopefully we're going to see this. If we do see price on US dollar dropping very, very strongly, we should see gold run higher. We had a swing low here, a run up, and then another failure to swing lower on this last run here from 2 weeks ago. So my hope is that we came down, rebalanced, and we're going to see an expansion to the upside here very, very soon. So watch gold, watch silver, watch the metals, watch crude oil, and some of those Forex markets. And that's all I got for you guys. I hope you have a great week of trading, and we will talk to you next Sunday via this free public review. And if you have any questions, concerns, comments, go ahead and please leave them in that section here. And give me a like and a thumbs up on this video, please. I'd appreciate that. Thanks for watching.